my finger in a light socket. Today I'm going to show you how to add a bit more curl and polish to your waves. Curly girls, wavy hair girls, unite. We know the deal, right? Like you go to bed, they look amazing, or you just did your hair, but somewhere either overnight or throughout the day, you wind up having this kind of stuff happen, right? Like, so underneath my waves, like they still look kind of pretty and pulled together, but on top, I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but it certainly does not look as presentable and polished in the way that I would like it to be. So I'm gonna share with you the techniques that I use to kind of like tame this a little bit. It's really quick and simple. You probably already have the stuff at home to do this. Fair warning, if you are a curly girl purist, meaning you don't believe in any sort of heat products on curly or wavy hair, this may not be the video for you, but this is how I do it. So first things first, get your curling iron. Now keep in mind when choosing a curling iron, I've got a few here, that the size of the barrel is what is going to determine the size of the curl. So if you want bigger, loose kind of waves, you're gonna go with something bigger. You could even go bigger than this, quite frankly. This is about maybe 1.5 to 2 inches-ish. That's 1.5 inches. And then this is my medium one. She's about 1 inch. And then I've got a smaller one. She's a little tinier. I'm gonna go like middle of the road and use this one today. You can also use multiple sizes if you want more like different textures and if you want it to look more natural, because realistically speaking, like curl patterns, very rarely is every single curl the exact same tightness throughout your whole head. So you can mix and match, just find what works for you. We're going with this one today. Turn your curling iron on. It's really important that it is fully hot before you start curling your hair. I crank mine up to the highest setting. What is that, 430 degrees, because I just live on the edge. Also though, my hair is really thick, it's very coarse, it's very strong, it is not color treated or chemically treated at all, so I know my hair can handle that heat. If you don't know if your hair can handle that kind of heat, start low, start medium. You can always come back in, just don't like, you know, burn your hair off, you know what I'm saying? Let's get a full before image here so you can see what we're working with. Like, it's not terrible. If I was on the beach, this is appropriate, but I work in corporate and like, it just doesn't look polished. Like, what is even happening here? It looks terrible. All the curls, the waves, they're like deconstructed. They're like clumped in like the wrong areas, the wrong places and spaces. And there's just not enough curl up top or even like face framing. I mean, look, I look like I stuck my finger in a light socket. It's not good. Let's make it better. Now, the technique that I use to do this is I will look for pieces that are visually, they stand out. They look scraggly, for lack of a better term. And I will grab just manually with my hand, and I start at the top because also I'm not curling all of my hair here. We're looking for pieces that are standouts in like a bad way, right? Like, I'm not gonna go under here and curl something that's already got like some wave, like none of this. I'm not touching any of this wave and texture, but this piece that looks scraggly, or some of these areas where it just, like this doesn't have enough of a wave and a curl to it, I will curl them. But I strategically and surgically kind of go in, pick a piece. You want the width of it, or like the size, the amount of hair that's in there, to somewhat resemble like the size of the curls that you have going on where they are holding. So if they're really tightly woven, you're gonna grab a little bit of hair. If they're like big chunks, you're gonna grab a big chunk of hair. This is about the size that I'm working with. Then I manually will just start to go like this, and I'm literally just like running my fingers along it to encourage the hair to want to like come back together into that clump. I'm not brushing it. I find that when I brush it, it breaks it apart instead of bringing it together. So I just grab my hands, I go like this a few times, and then I do 2 twisty-doos. So I just go 1 and 2, and it further pulls them together. Then once you've got them together and twisted, you come in with your curling iron. There's a few different ways that I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm pretty lazy about it, so I literally will just grab it old school and curl it on up. And I hold, and I try to make sure that when it's on that curling iron, that it is, all the hair is touching the curling iron. Then it's not like on top of each other. And then it pulls a curl like this. And I continue to do that all around my head. There's other ways though that you can curl the hair. I'll show you another technique right now. Again, grabbing a clump, kind of do the, run the fingers through, twisty, twisty, hold it, then bring in your curling iron. And if you want, you can do one of these things. I'm gonna get lower here so you can see it. Because not everybody likes a really tightly curled end. I do, which is why I use the other technique. But you can do this, hold it there, okay? Then when you let it go, you're still gonna get that curly kind of wave to it, but the end is straighter. You see what I'm saying? Versus the other one that I did, I'll do another one. It's curlier on the ends. I like a curlier end, but it's totally up to you. Okay, this is gonna be another one with like a curlier end. This is how I like it. Also really works well if you have split ends because it kind of hides them a bit. See how that end is curlier right here? It's like whoosh, versus straight. So depending on the look you're going for, you just kind of like modify your technique, whether you're wrapping or clamping. And you can already see just by, look at these, just those few curls, it already makes a world of difference visually. I'm not using any product. That's also, I guess, like one of the other things that maybe I do differently than other people. When I'm doing the curling, I'm not using any product. You can use a heat protectant for sure, especially if you're using a really high heat setting, but I'm not putting any other type of stuff in my hair. Now I'm gonna show you how I finish around the whole rest of my hair. But one of the other things you can do if you have split ends and like your ends just aren't curly enough, my ends don't wanna curl underneath here. Sometimes I will literally clamp those suckers and I just roll them in. Like I just encourage them to look a little bit more curly because also I'm not gonna curl all the stuff underneath. Like I have way too much hair and I'm really just looking for a more polished look. See? So she already looks better, right? And like you can kind of mess it up a bit, but I'm just looking for a more polished look. I'm going in very strategically and surgically, curling with the clamp, without the clamp. You can go towards your face, you can go away from your face. You can use different size curling irons to make it look more natural, but I don't go in and do my whole head. So I'll show you how I do all the rest of it and then we'll come right back. Also, if I'm on conference calls, I always make sure I have the front ones definitely curled up because that's what people see when you're on your work calls. If you work remote and you're, you know, doing Zoom meetings or whatever. Focus on where people are going to be looking. That's also why like I don't do all the stuff underneath because it takes so much time and nobody's going to see it anyway. The stuff on top that doesn't behave is where I'm really focused in. After we've done all of that, this is what the curls look like. Now you can certainly go back through and like pull some apart if you want to make it, you know, have a little bit more movement and such. But when you get it, like don't manipulate it too much because when you get it to where you want it to be, you are going to want to finish off with some hairspray. I use a medium hold. A light hold is not holdy enough and a strong hold is too holdy and crunchy, if it makes sense. And I just think when you've got curls or waves and you want more movement to them, a mid-weight kind of or mid-hold hairspray is what's gonna work best. Just spray that sucker. Yeah, just give her a lovely little spray. I kind of overdo it sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. This has gotta last all day. And that's it. So we went from kind of like destructured, messy looking waves to something a little bit more polished. I'll show you the back. All in, start to finish, it took me less than 10 minutes to do this, and it's so quick and simple and easy. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. As always, I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel, and until next time, see ya!